Parents often face custody issues, like dropping the kids off late to full-on refusing access to the kids. Visitation battles are often fought in civil court, but in Texas, if it's elevated to an offense of child custody interference, it's a crime. News 4 troubleshooter April Molina explains the difference and has new numbers showing how often police are called to help with these cases.
For her entire life, we've had a very close relationship.
Erica Carrillo's daughter is now 17, and a lot has changed. Carrillo says her daughter went to visit her dad for spring break back in 2020 and never returned.
I was scared, of course. I didn't know where she was. He would not tell me, and then at that point, they changed phone numbers.
Her attempts at reuniting with her daughter were unsuccessful, so she called Converse police.
And I'm like, well, where is she? Is she okay? Is she in school? Did you see her?
Converse police tell News 4 what they told Carrillo. They have located her daughter, also that she's living with her dad, and says that's where she wants to be.
To just have that relationship severed like this, it's very hard.
Cases like these can be escalated to the district attorney's office for review and potential prosecution. But to do this, you need to have a criminal offense report written up by law enforcement.
At a minimum, you should be writing a report to document that so that in the event, let's say we don't make an arrest today, but at least the district attorney's office and the follow-up unit detective will have enough information.
Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar has been working with deputies over the last couple years to be sure they're aware of Statute 2503 that makes child custody interference a state jail felony.
We've done it through just reading it a roll call, just reminding them, that this is an offense and it's not a civil matter necessarily. We've done it at in-service training, of course, and then we also do it within the training academy portion.
To give some perspective on the scope of the problem, News 4 requested the number of visitation violations and child custody interference incidents over the last 3 years. There are literally hundreds of calls for visitation violations every month in San Antonio. In fact, most months, the San Antonio Police Department averages about 1,000. But when it comes to child custody interference offenses, records show the number is much smaller, closer to a half a dozen each month. Conversely, the sheriff's office records show Bexar County has a greater number of child custody interference incidents than visitation violations most months, but Salazar says the numbers may be misleading.
What was explained to me was that may be the way it's titled when the deputy writes up the case. So although it may initially be typed in as a child custody, it turns out to be, the more minor of the two.
SAPD refused to do an interview, but did send a statement explaining a majority of these calls do not meet the elements of the offense for interference with child custody and therefore are not criminal in nature. Each case has its own set of unique circumstances, and cases which meet the elements of the offense are presented to the district attorney's office for prosecution. Senator Jose Menendez worries some officers are not enforcing the law. It's why he authored Senate Bill 2011, an amendment to the existing statute to clarify the law with the hopes of greater compliance. I'm News 4 troubleshooter April Molina.